Hello and welcome back to the second edition of Poetry in Motion. And again, we're joined by Alex and Rory, and we've just seen, we've grinded out a result really against Swansea, haven't we, Rory? 1-0, lucky goal, you'd say, from Henderson. What did you make of the game?
It wasn't the best game. Start of the game, first half was extremely poor. Second half picked it up, made a few changes, and then Henderson with a great finish again.
Great finish. Well, not 100% sure about that one, Alex.
Some say great finish, some say lucky. It's got to be down to luck, hasn't it? You earn your own luck. Yeah. Overall, I think. Well, the first half definitely didn't deserve the win, but we come out in the second half. We were definitely the better team. Probably a draw might have been a respectable score, but take the win definitely.
Well, I said to you boys tonight, just after half time, I said, I'll take a draw here quite happily. We were really struggling in that first half. I mean, we've won that game purely because of Mignolet. I mean, we've started this immediately after full time, so we haven't seen who got man of the match, but I'll be surprised if it doesn't go to Mignolet, Rory.
Yeah, he made two great saves. One against Gomez and then another one against Sigurdsson. Two great saves from a keeper who's really coming out with top form. And it'd be quite interesting to see how many clean sheets he's got compared to other top keepers like De Gea, Courtois. Can't think of any others in the Prem.
There's Lloris, maybe.
Yeah, Lloris and I think Foster Guzan's got the most, so it'd be interesting to see where he's in that.
Yeah, I can see him being quite high up on that list, and it's funny you say Guzan because how poor Villa have been, but he is up there. But anyway, Mignolet, it was fantastic. Now, that save from Gomez, especially Gammon early on, low shot. What a save that was.
It's a top quality save. I don't know how he got there. He looked to be going the other way with his feet, and then he just sprung back. Yeah, he's proven to be a very good keeper, considering we nearly got rid of him and dropped him for Brad Jones. I mean, I think since Jones got injured and he's reinstated his place in the squad, he's stepped his game up very well.
Well, could you imagine if Brad Jones didn't get injured, Rory?
Wonder where we'd be now. Probably be where Everton are, wouldn't we? But I'm joking. Don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's just like he's just been so brilliant since he's been back, and I'm glad I was among his big haters. I must admit, at the beginning of the season, I was like, I've got to either drop Mignolet or get a new keeper in January. I thought that was a must, and then he's managed to come back and show his form.
I mean, I was all for getting Valdez on a free. I was wondering why Rodgers wasn't going to try and push that through, but it seems as though it's been the right decision. If you look at the stats, we haven't conceded an away goal since Man United, which was when Jones played. And so when Mignolet's come back in,
of course, yeah,
you can see what's happened. So
I think I remember seeing before the Swansea game tonight, it was sort of, we haven't kept 5 consecutive away clean sheets since like 1985, I think it was. So again, another one under the belt tonight. That was a few shaky moments there, wasn't there, Rory?
Yeah, definitely. I think Mignolet's been the one for that clean sheet. Like the defence didn't really play the best, so he's earned that. And I think he's always been a good shot stopper, which has been about his commanding and organising defence, that being his problem, but it's really stepping up.
Shan's looked a bit edgy last couple of games, would you say, you two?
Tonight, definitely. I'm not too sure if he's worthy of being dropped or anything, because I think
no, of course not.
He's definitely got the quality there, and he's proved that. I wouldn't know who to bring in anyway. But yeah, he can step it up in the next couple of games. But against Man United, it's a big rivalry, isn't it? I think he'll do it. He'll step up.
Well, I was just about to come on to that, right? As we speak then, just after the game, we're 2 points behind Man United now. Three behind Arsenal, I think, and then 4 behind City again. So, I mean, it's all to play for there. If we beat United on Sunday, which, personally, before this weekend I said we'd steamrolled them, but then after this weekend I'm not jumping on the bandwagon that United obviously are going to be brilliant, but they were very good against Tottenham, a very poor Tottenham side, you must admit, and then we weren't the greatest tonight. Maybe I'm not as confident about Sunday as I was before, Rory, but I mean, if we win that game, we're well in the mix, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, to get seconds really on the cards. But I think we'll get a result against Man United, definitely. We've been a better team in form. One game doesn't really change anything. They've been poor all season. At home, I just can't see us losing, to be fair. A draw, it's not going to be a great result, a draw, but it'll still be a good result. The games they've got coming up, we're definitely contenders for the top 4 and maybe even third or second.
Would you say, Alex, it is just between the teams we mentioned there are Tottenham and Southampton. Could you say they're now out of it?
I believe so. I think
Even Tottenham?
they're the only team that will have the outside chance of coming back. But
So Southampton have had their time then.
I think, yeah, they did very well. People always said that at one point, when are they going to fall? I didn't think they were going to fall, I thought they were going to be there for the rest of the season, but luckily they haven't. They've dropped away. And if anyone, it'll be Tottenham, but I still don't think they'll be able to come back and get in the top four.
You say Southampton have fallen, but they've had a tough run of games. I know they lost to us a couple of weeks ago. They drew at Stamford Bridge on Saturday. It's not like, or Sunday even, it's not like their season's gone fully downhill. They've just slowly picked up a few injuries, didn't they? And now they've fallen away a little bit. But I was among those that said they were always going to fall. They just didn't have the squad depth, and it's proved with the injuries. And I think it is just between now City, Arsenal, Liverpool and United. One of those teams will be disappointed at the end of the season. Let's just hope it's not going to be us. I'm going to put gun to your head now, Rory. Who's missing out of those four?
Man United, definitely.
I'm going to say Man United as well, but not through bias, just through their poor season. Well, you say poor season, they're still there, aren't they? So obviously it's not been that poor.
They have been poor. They've been so bad. Like that's the frustrate.
The other teams around them, they've just been like a better teams in terms of quality overall of a starting 11 of the squad, and like with late run of form as well from Arsenal's been great, Liverpool's great. Man City's not got the greatest form at the moment, but they are still like a great team. Well,
yeah, I saw something today. There was a couple of people asking what the sort of odds were then on City not making the top four, and I thought, a bit premature. Obviously, they've had a couple bad results of late, but they were so very poor against Burnley on Saturday. We're now only 4 points behind them. Oh, you'd think they've just got too much quality, haven't they?
It'll make an interesting season if they do finish outside the top four, like being contenders for the whole season and then to drop outside the top four. But I don't think it can happen. With the players they've got, and definitely the squad, I don't think it can happen. But, we've seen more shocks in the Premier League, so why not? You never know.
It was one of those that, like, obviously throughout the season it's been Chelsea, City up there. Like, we've not been too focused on their results, if you know what I mean. Like, if you look out for United's, Tottenham's, Arsenal's in that race for fourth. But now I'm going to start actually sitting up and paying attention to City's results because they are well in that race, I believe, now.
Well, definitely. We'd be only 1 point clear of Arsenal. That can change in one game, can't it? So they've been dragged back. The title's definitely gone. Chelsea have got that. That's decided, I think. But yeah.
What a shame they're out of the Champions League as well, eh?
Exactly. So now they've got all sole focus on this as well, haven't they? So yeah, the title's theirs. City will definitely finish in the top four. I don't know where, but they're definitely going to finish there.
I think I might have to join you two and say, maybe out of bias a little bit in my heart, I just do not want Manchester United finishing in that top four. And I think on current form, forgetting yesterday, obviously, because hopefully that was an anomaly, United's results, but surely they're going to struggle. We mentioned Henderson's goal tonight, maybe down in the lucky category rather than skill. He did well to chase it down. Fortune favours the brave. Obviously, he chased it down well and got lucky, scored the goal, 1-0. But one goal that Henderson scored a couple of weeks ago that had no look about it. What a goal that was against Burnley a couple of weeks ago. And it's just shown Henderson's form's been brilliant. Just outside of the box, Gerrard against Olympiacos-esque. Looks like you were just about to say that, Alex.
I was just about to say that. All these vines that have come out the past week of him putting them side by side, they do look similar, don't they? So that's something to look forward to. A lot of critics used to say Henderson, one thing he needs to improve, adding goals to his game, and he's proven to do that. Like we said today, he was very lucky, but it's another goal to his tally, isn't it? So I hope that continues.
Well, I said the same about Coutinho, didn't they? And look what he did. And Henderson, obviously, I wonder if they've worked on shooting in training. We can't really say tonight's goal goes down to hard work shooting on the training ground, but it was one of those things. I mean, you'd have been...
They all count, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. But Henderson, we're touching upon him there. I remember in our last chat, we were saying, Alex, you were the only one that thought Henderson should be the captain next year. The way he's gone in the past couple of weeks, you can see that. But he's yet to sign a contract, Rory.
Oh yeah, I know. I think we was like stupid to leave it so late. That like he's in a driving seat now, really, to push what wages he wants. With Gerrard leaving, no real like midfielders, Sterling still like in talks. So we've left it too late now, where he's just in a command seat, can offer what he wants. Well, ask for what he wants. We've got to offer him in because we really need him, don't we? And like it's going to be a big asset to lose on a free transfer. So we need to tie that down soon.
And Sterling as well certainly needs to be tied down.
Oh, most definitely. Very young. What is he now? 20? 21?
Yeah, he is. He's 20. Definitely not 21.
So yeah, 20 in the in England setup for a few years now. One of the top players in the Premier League on his game. So why would we want to lose him? We need him. We need to tie him down.
Is it me, or does it seem there's something wrong somewhere in the club's hierarchy in terms of giving these players contracts on? You look at Steven Gerrard, he's come out publicly and said if his contract had come sooner, he would probably have stayed.
Yeah, I don't think it's just contracts as well. I think it's actually...
Well, there's Coutinho as well. Sorry to interrupt, but Coutinho didn't sign his till later in this season. I remember it was only a couple of months ago he signed his, so I think there's something slightly wrong.
Yeah, I think like with, as you said, the contracts, leaving like players to the last season, especially when they're so young, it's just so risky. Leaving Gerrard like so late when he's a legend at the club and he still has a lot to offer. It's just so risky. And I think we've just signing players as well. We're missing out on so many players just for obviously contracts. So I think we need to sort like that side of our club out to like, actually tie players down, bring players in and stuff like that.
Well, I know that we've got a transfer committee at the club that involves a couple of outside people that aren't in the club, or that they've literally just been brought into the club to be in this sort of transfer committee that deliberates and decides on players to sign. I wonder if do you think is that linked with the contract situation as well?
I'm not too sure, to be honest, but I think leaving the contract so late as we have been doing, and I just think it's like a bit of naivety in the hierarchy. Like, why are we leaving it so late? Because then it not only discourages the player to sign, but it also encourages other teams to put pressure on us through media and through their agents themselves, probably, which is off the books. But yeah, I don't know why we're doing it. We need to sort that out somewhere along the line.
Yeah, well, we've just had a fantastic season last season. Nearly won the league, come second, back in the Champions League finally again after, was it 5 years out? Like, finally we're pushing on. We can be this big club again, and then there just seems to be this stumbling block again with contracts, and it's just letting us down. We can't really push on otherwise.
It's like one step forward, two steps back sort of thing. With like, it can just have to like losing out on a lot of money for wages, which could be spent on other players, stuff like that. So we do really need to sort it out. I'm not sure what's going on there, but something needs to be done. As you said as well, like finishing so high in the league, getting Champions League players should have been straight away. Tie down the players at like young players, get them under contract so we can progress as a club.
Yeah, the sooner Sterling and Henderson sign, the better.
100%. We need them. Henderson's going to be like one of our core players, isn't he, through the middle?
And they're both English.
Exactly, which also helps for the registration. But with me, personally believing he'll be captain, I don't see any reason why he is going to leave. I'm sure he'll sign the contract at the end of this season, if not the start of next, because I do believe he'll be the captain.
Yeah, I mean, it must be the fact he's not signed. Yeah, it must be he's just looking for a bit more money. He's not looking for a way out of the club. You can tell that he's not. He does wear the armband with pride. When he scored tonight, he showed that passion, didn't he? Like, he obviously wants to be at the club. He just needs to get sorted now.
Yeah, I don't think his performances show any signs of him wanting to leave. He's 100% committed. Dedication and passion he shows, it's like Gerrard. So yeah, I don't see him leaving.
Like Gerrard, Rory?
Yeah, a little bit like Gerrard. Well, not the next Gerrard, but a little bit like him. So yeah,
we've got to hang on to something now that we know Stevie's leaving, don't we? It's quite funny. The MLS season obviously is just obviously the MLS season has just started. I'm just going to start again. I can just edit all this. The MLS season just started this weekend, didn't it? And obviously, Gerrard's heading that way. I've seen some footage. David Villa scored a really good goal for New York A.F.C. at the weekend, but it just looked so easy for Villa. It's like, why has Gerrard gone there? Like he's still got so much to offer. I know he's very old, but he's still got so much to offer in the Premier League. Like, he came on today and he just shored up our midfield so well. I think he should, hopefully. I wish he'd given us one more season.
Well, yeah, like we watched the game today. He came on and he shut the game up. Really, he was there when they were countering. He ran it when he came on. So yeah, I'd 100% want him to stay. But he's going, and like you said about the New York City game, I watched the second half of that the other day, and it's ridiculous to see the difference in quality. So the Premier League losing someone as good as Gerrard and then going to play over in America, it does seem very silly, but that's his decision at the end of the day, and we just have to accept it, aren't we? But
I know, I keep some part of me, I don't think it's really sunk in that he's going. Again, there's a tiny part of me that's like, oh, last minute, he's not going to go. He's going to be like, oh, screw the contract, I'll take whatever repercussions comes, I want to stay at Liverpool. But I've got to kind of let that go. Like, he's going raw, innit? At the end of the season, Steven Gerrard won't be a Liverpool player anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's really sunk in. Like, it doesn't feel real. I don't think he's going to leave. Well, he's obviously going to leave, but it's not sunk in my head.
I don't think it's sunk in with many Liverpool fans at all, is it?
He's still here, so it's not going to sink in until his last game. Well, until he puts on an actual Los Angeles shirt on. But as you said as well, with quality, it's just miles different. It's uncomparable, to be honest. So I'm not really sure what's happening, but it'll be interesting to see how he does over there.
I hope him all the best. Obviously, I want him to do it to the best of his capabilities, but I feel as though it won't sink in with me either until he plays his last game against Stoke. That'll be the defining moment. Well, saying that, FA Cup might be.
On his birthday as well. Could that be written anymore for Steven Gerrard, surely?
Exactly. 30th of May. Time to remember, day to remember. Gerrard for the winner.
Yeah, well, we're talking about all this still. Technically, we're still in the quarterfinals of the competition. Like, we've got to beat Blackburn at Ewood Park. They played very well at Anfield. Difficult place to go, Ewood Park. I remember going the year they got relegated from the Premier League. We won 3-2. Andy Carroll scored a 90th minute winner. Everything went a bit mad in the away end, but it's a very difficult place to go, Ewood Park. And we're talking about this Gerrard in the final sort of thing. We're still technically in the quarterfinals. We've got to beat Blackburn, and then if we do, then Villa, who a little bit of a resurgence under Sherwood. We're not there yet, Rory, but you'd think the odds are heavily with us.
No, we're not there yet, but with Liverpool, we're a team that should be competing with trophies. We're a team that should be beating them top teams. Ewood Park is a difficult place to go, but with the players we've got, we should win that comfortably.
Yeah, I'd rather go Ewood Park than the Liberty Stadium.
Yeah, definitely. Much just worse. Well, not worse team, but a championship team. They'll have a few tough games coming up. It should be not an easy win, but it should be a comfortable win, and I can't really see us losing, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. I'll be getting my tickets for that one very, very soon. So it's got to be a win, really.
Yeah, I think we'll go through. The only downside is that they've come to Anfield, they've got their result, they've took us back to their place, they'll have confidence.
So did Bolton there. Well, we say that and we just scraped through there.
Exactly. So like I said, I believe we'll go through, but it's going to be a tough one.
We haven't done it easily at all in the FA Cup. Was it before? Was it after Bolton? There was Palace away.
2-1, 2-1.
Struggled a lot at Palace.
Conceded the first goal every game and we've won 2-1. So hopefully that continues.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, on Gerrard's birthday, it's just, well, it's got to happen, hasn't it? It's got to happen, and I really hope it does for him. I really, really do.
Yeah, he's had some special moments in the FA Cup, hasn't he? So why not for one more last-minute winner? You just couldn't be with it anymore.
From 35 yards out again, if he could pull something like that off.
Imagine. I just think after all this that he's had, all this stick he's had for that slip last season, I believe it's written for him to lift his...
Silence everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Lift his final trophy at Liverpool with pride on his last game, silence everyone just before he leaves. I think that'd be the perfect send-off for him.
And it looks like it'll probably be Arsenal.
Yeah, we've got Reading now, so yeah, that should be a comfortable win for Arsenal. It's looking like them. And, our recent form against them, we have been a better team against them a lot. I think we've won the most games against them. I think to win them, well, not an easy game to win, but I think we'd be able, it's a game that we will be able to win. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, we've said all that about Gerrard and how emotional and sentimental it could be. Final game for Liverpool, lifting a trophy on his birthday. Let me just pose something to you: is that, or losing the final, coming fourth, or that winning it and coming fifth? Alex,
I don't quite know how to answer that.
so giving you a bit more time there.
Champions League's most important. As much as I'd hate to lose the final and I'd be so gutted on the day, I'd rather finish fourth in the.
Rory,
Yeah, that's a good question, but I'm with Gam on that one as well. I'd much rather finish fourth, lose the final, and I think Gerrard would much rather that as well for the club. It's going to mean like to the club getting fourth place for the future as well. So yeah, I think we can do both anyway. But I would much prefer the fourth place, lose out in the final.
oh, I asked the question, don't even know the answer myself. Such a difficult one. Obviously, fourth place is so important, isn't it? But this whole Gerrard factor, I don't know.
I believe for the club it'll be fourth for Gerrard. He'll want to win it inside, knowing that he's not going to be playing for Liverpool again. He'll still obviously want us to finish in fourth, but inside I reckon he'll want to lift that trophy one last time.
Well, let's just hope that we'll come fourth and win the FA Cup. That's it.
We'll do both. I do think we'll do both anyway. So this.
Yeah, but you two are always the most optimistic of fans. Like, I try and keep my feet a bit more on the ground.
Exactly. We might not even get Arsenal in the final. What happened with Bradford and Chelsea, eh? So you never know.
Yeah, well, that'd be ideal, wouldn't it? Meeting Reading in the final. But yeah, you never know. It's gonna be an interesting day if we're there, depending on obviously how we finished in the league. But say another little poser for you. Say we finish every game this season really strongly, come fourth or third or second, wherever it may be. But Gerrard doesn't start any of those games. Henderson plays extremely well in that midfield. Does Gerrard then come back for the final? He's kind of got to do, hasn't he?
I don't know. As you said, I don't think you could have changed winning team, but you know, Gerrard's a big player, so I think it's not like you're going to be bringing a youngster in for his first game. Gerrard will be experienced to handle that kind of pressure. So yeah, you'd have to start Gerrard, or he'd definitely have to play some part of the game.
I reckon Gerrard would 100% start that game. Everything is written. Everything is. I don't think Rodgers would have the nerve to leave him out, to be honest.
Well, does Gerrard play against United on Sunday? Yes or no?
In a word, no.
In a word, no.
You not think? No?
He plays a part, but he doesn't start.
Yeah.
He'll play a part.
Alan has played well so far. He had a bit of a dodgy. Well, I wouldn't say it was a dodgy game, but today. But no, I just think he's the legs. Henderson's got the legs. We want to be running around that midfield. Gerrard will come on to shore us up again.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely play a part. Maybe like if we need a goal or if we need to shut things up, but starting the game, I don't think it will happen. Not when he's just came back from injury anyway to play in such like a high-paced game.
And another bonus as well in that position, Lucas is back in training, I saw this week. That's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. He's been great. I know he's done well in his plays, but having Lucas back, more players for competition, should motivate his players more, and he's a great player. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if Lucas will start. I'd like to see any of the three play because.
No, I don't think Lucas will be fit for the weekend, but what I'm saying is he's back in training in the next couple of weeks, surely he'll be back. But Lucas was at the centre of our little resurgence after that when we mentioned losing at United, and then we've gone on this really good run. I remember Lucas away at Sunderland played really well, away at Villa played really well, and then he got injured and I was a bit worried, but like you said, Alan has filled the void really well, played well against his old club tonight, so all eyes on Sunday really. Got a nice long rest before the game again on Sunday. I'm a bit nervous already, really. What about you?
Yeah, I am nervous. I think with us not playing so well tonight and Man United playing quite well against Tottenham, with due respect, it was a poor Tottenham team. However, they still got a 3-0 win. 3 of those goals coming in the first half. So that shows they've got intent and they'll want to come to us anyway. And we talk about form in rival games. Form goes out the window. It's all about on the day, and I still think we'll have enough to do it.
I'm not too nervous about the game. I didn't watch the Man U game at the weekend, so I'm not really seeing that form that everyone's talking about. But I still feel at home it's going to be not a comfortable win, but it'll be a winnable game for us. It'll be a close game, but it's a game that we're going to win, definitely. Rodgers knows how to get the best out of his players in the big games, and we're going to come big for it.
I do like your optimism, you two. Don't quite feel the same myself, purely because of the weekend and the way we played tonight. I know it was away at Swansea. We got the win, but we just weren't quite on our games. And I know that a lot of the players had a little bit of a rest this week. They're a few days off. I know Skirtle was in Monaco. A few players had gone away, so maybe that played a little bit of a part. But I think Rodgers will have them in all week this week, and really looking ahead to that United game. Go on, give me a score prediction, Rory.
3-1. Gerrard scored the third goal, 2 goals from Sturridge.
I reckon 2-1. We'll go 1-0 down, but we'll come back with that fight in the second half and win 2-1.
I really do hope you boys are right. Well, that's all for this edition of Poetry in Motion, but stay tuned for the next one. We'll give you updates of when that's likely to be. But thank you again to Rory and Alex, and let's hope next time we speak to you we've beaten United, Rory.
Yeah, definitely 3-1. It's going to happen. You've heard it here first.
Cheers, Alex.
No worries. I'm very optimistic for the weekend, so yeah, all the best.